It's interesting to watch. We give updates on what's going on with the team, like any new stuff at the stadium and whatnot. But just something like this that keep people
in the loop.
What's going on?
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Account Show. I'm your host, Michelle Latocha. Today, my guest is Ryan Harrison from the Welland Jackfish. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, listen, I've been hearing a lot of things about this baseball game, this place to be in the summer. I'm super excited. And, when we reached out and talked about coming on the show, I was like, man, like everyone's like, Michelle, how have you not been to a game? This is the place to be. So tell me about...
It's funny you say that because that's a lot of people that say the same thing. It's like, I hear about it. I hear it's a great time, but I just haven't been. And then, before we started the show, people they come, they walk in, they go, oh, wow. Okay. So yeah, we're super excited for the season to be starting.
So when does the season start?
Yeah. So May 17th, 6:05. So it's a Victoria Day weekend. We're actually doing an entire kind of, not a festival, but an event prior to the game out in our softball field. There's going to be live music and food and all this kind of stuff. So really cool thing to check out. It's all free. But then the game, or what we like to call it, a show. We don't call it games at our place. It's, our motto is Niagara's greatest show. And we put on 21 giant shows. And the post-game show is fireworks, free fireworks for anybody that wants to come in.
Oh my God, that's so cool. Like, how did you get into this?
Yeah, so it's kind of a long story. I'll give you Cole's Notes version. So back when, I'm originally from Burlington, born and raised there. And back when I was going to school, I went to Lambton College for sports management. The summers, I obviously come back to Burlington, and I found out the team was moving from Mississauga to Burlington. And I didn't know anything about the league. So I just literally walked down to the park. Drove down to the park and walked in. I said, do you guys need help? And they said, yeah, of course. Like we, use all the help we can get. So that summer I just volunteered, helped out where I could, all that kind of stuff. The next year, one of the minority owners of the team decided he was going to take over majority ownership of it. And I got to know him pretty well. So when I finished school that next year, I went back to just walked in his office, set up like a little meeting, just walked his office to pick his brain about what they're going to do with the team because they're going to rebrand it and all this stuff and whatever. Yeah. And he just goes, do you need a job? And I was like, well, obviously. I'm like, I don't even think I was 20 yet. Or maybe I was, I don't know. Just out of school. Of course I need a job. He goes, do you want to run the baseball team? I was like, yeah, of course I do.
Oh my gosh.
So I did that for a couple of years. And then I left there and I went to work for the Hamilton Bulldogs in the American Hockey League for a few years. And he called me one day. Actually, I was in my office in Hamilton. And he said, look, I'm trying to get rid of this team. I can't do it anymore because it wasn't doing so well. And I said, okay. He goes, do you know anybody that would willing to buy it? And I said, no, I don't. Because I was kind of removed from it at that point. And he goes, well, why don't you buy it? So, well, crazy story. Don't have that kind of money to do that kind of thing. And so he left me alone for a few months. And then he calls me back again. He goes, no, listen, because he's going through some health issues. He says, I really, really need to get rid of this team. Do you know anybody or whatever? I said, again, no, I don't. He goes, again, why don't you buy it? And I said, I don't know if you heard, didn't win the lottery. So not buying a professional baseball team. And he said, well, what if you get a group of guys together and, maybe we can make a deal. So I talked to two friends of mine I knew, and we ended up buying the team from him at a reasonable price. I ran it in Burlington for 2 years. And we thought the grand plan, grand dream, we're going to build, this really nice stadium or upgrade the stadium we had and make it work in Burlington, and it just didn't. So we maybe averaged a couple hundred fans a game. We were kind of running it as a hobby. We weren't doing it full time at the time or anything like that. And we decided at the end of the second season that it was enough is enough. We didn't want to waste any more money on losing money on a hobby. So we were actually thinking about folding the team and just calling it quits. And that was in the end. And the last second, maybe in July that year, I said, well, let me go see if there's somewhere else to go. And I knew the stadium was in Welland, down on Quaker Road. So I literally just hooked up with a friend of mine who's local and said, let's go check it out. Walked in the front gates, took 2 steps in and called the commissioner of the league and said, okay, we're moving. And
That's
that was
crazy.
it. And the funniest part about walking in the front gates is we walked in and the caretaker of the facility at the time, he goes, I hope you don't need fans to make this work. And I was like, wait, what? And he says, yeah, you might get like 3, maybe 500 people. I was like, oh, okay, awesome. Here we go. But the facility was beautiful. I mean, it's probably, in Ontario, it's probably, top 5 baseball, even top 3 baseball facilities in all of Ontario. And we've really added more things to that. But, fast forward to May 17th, 2019 or May 18th, 2019, we had our home opener. We had 1,100 people.
Wow.
And the rest of history, I quit my job. I took this on full time, and this is what I've been doing ever since.
What a story.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And like the thing, like a lot of people don't realize is the people that own this team. There are how many are there now? 4 or 5. We're just regular Joes. Like we're not rich. Nobody has these multi-million-dollar houses or anything like this. Myself, I do this. One of our guys works for IBM. Another guy, works at long-term care facility. So we're just regular guys that just put a lot of effort into it to build it to what it is, and we're just gonna keep doing it.
Wow, I'm so excited to come check it out. I mean, why do you think you're drawing in the crowds? Like, I'm telling you, this is like the hot spot of the summer.
Yeah, I think honestly, it's just because we're just different. Yeah. You're gonna see things at our games that you won't see at any other sporting event. Mm-hmm. Just because we don't focus a lot on the baseball. We have a really, really good baseball team. We have a championship caliber baseball team, and the guys are awesome. Our baseball operations guys are fantastic putting the team together. But we want to build something that is something for everybody. Like you mentioned soccer, so maybe you're not super into baseball. I guarantee you come to our game, you'll be back again and again and again because there's so much going on besides the baseball. From us shooting underwear out of a t-shirt cannon to giant inflatable sumo guys doing the infield dirt. There's and that's just a small portion of what the show is at our facility. So it's I'd like to say it was all us. I mean, we've definitely put a lot of work into it, but our fan base is just so unique. And I think the Niagara Ice Dogs and the Niagara River Lions are going to say the same thing. Is Niagara fan base is second to none, and they support their teams really, really well. And it's when places are packed, it's a different kind of feeling.
For sure. I mean, was it strategic to not call it a game? And
yes.
Yeah.
So our whole thing is, how do we get, a great example is 40-year-old mother of 2 who, the kids like baseball, but she doesn't really care for it. And to get her out of there, and yes, her kids are gonna have a great time, but how do we get her to have a great time?
Yeah.
Without caring about the baseball part at all. So, a lot of the responses we get from our fans when they leave our ballpark is not so much, oh, that was a great play, or what a home run, or what, this or that. It's, you guys put on a great show. That's all we hear all the time. And that's what gets us excited, is to hear those comments. Not so much
it's so family-centered approach.
It's family-centered. We are a bit edgy on some things that we do. We try to go as viral. Like, so yesterday, for example. Well, yesterday, for example, we announced on April 1st, our alter ego is going to be the Niagara Lawn Cocks. Yeah. So the reason for it is because there is a bylaw in the city of Welland that you cannot own domesticated chickens. Yeah. So you can't own chickens outside of agricultural zone. So we decided, how funny would that be that we...
Oh my gosh.
So our logo is literally a rooster with a bat in his shoulder, a red Solo cup sitting in a lawn chair. So that's what I mean. Like, there's probably no other team in Ontario that could do that.
And why can you do that?
It's just because the way we set ourselves up is that we're going to push the envelope as far as we possibly can to get that kind of entertainment and that kind of viral view on things, because, we do things all the time during games that are kind of like, our mascot runs around in whitey tenny underwear, it's things like that. And we're ever going to cross the line? No, we're never going to cross the line, because again, we are family friendly, but we're going to do some tongue in cheek things that are kind of funny for adults to also kind of go, haha, that's hilarious.
That's awesome.
Are we going to make kids merchandise for this alter ego? Probably not. No.
Yeah.
But the adults get a kick out of it. It's on a Thursday night, and that's mostly where we get a lot of like 20 to 30-year-olds that come out. We do Thirsty Thursday where we have $4 tall boys until the end of the third inning. So it's more of an adult-centric night.
So tell me about the price. I know we talked like before now about like you haven't raised the price in so many years.
No. The only thing we've raised price on is $5-10 here and there on season tickets, just because they were so inexpensive. It was crazy. But our single game ticket, I think, has been the same for the last 3 years at $16 all in, taxes in, the whole thing. The one thing you're going to find when you come to our park is there's no extra fees. There's no service charge. There's nothing on top. All our concessions is all in pricing. All of our ticket price is all in pricing. Everything. We're actually looking to move all of our merchandise to all in pricing because right now there is tax on top, but we want to put everything. If you're buying a $32 t-shirt, you're paying $32.
Yeah.
That's it. So our biggest thing with our team is when you go to a ballpark, you go to an event, anything, what don't you like about going there?
The extra stuff they have to buy.
But we take all those things that you don't like and we make sure we don't do any of those things. So for example, a lot of teams say, hey, no outside food. We don't do that. The only thing we don't allow in is outside alcohol. We don't allow in backpacks just for safety reasons, but we don't have a lot of restrictions on coming to a game. We make it super, super easy to come. And we don't have any friction points in what we do. And if we do have friction points, we change that really quickly. So you're going to have the best experience possible out of anywhere you've ever been. Our customer service is beyond amazing. I mean, we tell our concession staff, if somebody gets a nacho, turns around, trips on their own feet, nacho goes flying, give them a new nacho. Like all those touch points that we try to make sure that we cover. We're actually even looking for future years of going, there's teams that are doing this now is you buy a ticket to our game, all food, all game is free. Like just making it just wide open, go nuts.
That is so different.
It is. And that's what we're trying to do, like be different than anywhere else you're going to go. That's what we want to do. So,
yeah. And we were talking about like the contributions you're making in the community.
Yeah.
Somewhere upwards of $90,000 last year.
Yeah. Yeah. This year we're looking to break
some initiatives. Like how?
Yeah. This year we're trying to break 100,000. So one, like the biggest one right now is our 50/50. It goes to Crime Stoppers of Niagara. So that alone was $50,000, I think. Other than that, we sponsor almost every youth baseball organization out here. We do at least 3 jersey auctions a season, which that money goes back to charity. Stuff like that. We did stuff for Hospice Niagara. We're always looking for something, new to give a giant check out to somebody, not because it looks good kind of thing. We're talking about marketing and stuff like that. It just, for us, we always felt we needed to do that. So if people in Niagara are going to support us, we're going to put money back in Niagara initiatives to help people in this community. So one big one I'm really proud of is we do strikeouts for families. So it's with Ronald McDonald House Charities. So every strikeout thrown during the any season, but last year we donated $10 per strikeout. So last year I think we had over 300 strikeouts. Oh. So I think the total was like $3,500.
That's amazing.
So, and I actually did a tour of the Ronald McDonald House last month, and just to see where the money's actually going. And they were actually pretty surprised that we've never been there. We don't have anybody. I don't know anybody personally that's ever been there.
Yeah.
No connection at all. I just felt we needed to.
Well, that says a lot about your personality.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We tell every charity or any non-for-profit that approaches us, we're all for it. Whatever we can do to give back. Usually we put it in their court to say, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
Because we only have so many ideas, but whatever we can do to give back is what we want to do.
That's awesome. Okay. So I know that everyone calls you director of fun. When someone was talking to me and I was like, oh yeah, Ryan from the Jackfish. And they're like, oh, director of fun. And I was like, no, what do you mean? And they're like, no, you don't understand. Like that's his name. So then I went online. I'm like, that is your name. Yeah. Right. So I was like, okay, you must love playing games.
Yeah.
So have you ever played a 5-second rule?
You mean like food?
No, like card game.
No, I have not.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to give you 5 cards.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'm going to take 5 cards. I'll go first. I will give you 5 seconds. I'll read you a question. You have 5 seconds to answer it.
Okay.
Okay. So
done.
I'm not going to look. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to take 5, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
Love it.
The sound. Okay, so I'll answer the question or ask the question, and then I'll turn this around.
Beauty.
Oh my God. Are you flipping kidding me? Positions on a baseball team.
Pitcher, catcher, first base, second base, third base.
Come on. That's not fair. Okay.
No,
How the hell did I pick that one? Okay. So next, things you can buy at Sears.
Nothing now. Blankets, towels.
Okay. Three types of apples.
Granny Smith, Red Delicious. I don't know. I can't think of them.
Okay. Summer jobs for high schoolers.
Concession worker at the Welland Jackfish Baseball Club. Done.
Okay. 3 ways to become a millionaire.
Have fun with what you do. Easy enough.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, you can read yours.
Oh, me? All right,
I'm really horrible at this game.
All
I
right,
can't
here we
think
go.
fast.
Things not to do in a job interview.
Smoke, pick your nose, fart.
Yep.
Okay.
Name 3 road signs.
Yield, stop, and road work ahead.
you
Oh,
go.
actually, maybe I am good.
You're killing this. Name 3 feathered animals.
Okay, well, an ostrich,
Okay.
a robin, bird.
I feel like that one was easy, but all right. Ways to say I'm sorry without using words.
Okay, I'm Italian. I'll cook you a meal, give you a hug, and give you a kiss.
There you go. Ways to befriend someone.
Reach out, call them. Yeah.
There you go.
Awesome. All right.
Killed it.
Okay, let's talk about any new things that you're bringing to the entertainment this year that you haven't done in previous years.
Yeah. We got a lot of new theme nights this year, so that's definitely one of them. We have our promo calendar, which we put a lot of work into every season. So I guess for that kind of thing, so we have one. It's prom night. We're doing prom night. It's totally 80s prom night. Yeah.
Stop.
So our guys are going to wear white tuxedo jerseys. The giveaway at the door is 500 black tuxedo t-shirts. And our players, actually, I don't want to say this part because it's top secret, so I don't need this one. But we're going to do the whole thing. We're going to have a booth that you can take the ridiculous prom photos at. So we're encouraging people to dress up. Another one we're doing is Tattoo Thursday. So we actually found this mobile tattoo truck in Niagara. They're going to come set up shop, and 5 or 6 Jackfish fans that can enter in to win a real Jackfish tattoo on the spot at the stadium.
Holy cow. That is so cool.
Yeah. So, and then anybody that wants to get one after that, so we're going to have like 8 to 10 to pick from. And then anybody that wants one after that, it's like $75. You can just go there and get it. So we're going to have so much viral video of like people actually getting Jackfish tattoos, the whole thing. And then this Niagara alter ego night, the Longcocks night, we're going to try to break the record.
Say that 5 times fast.
Yeah. We're going to try to break the record for the most people wearing chicken costumes in one sitting. So that one's pretty ridiculous. But there's all kind of things. Like we do country night every night. That's a huge one. We do tropical night, which is we get a steel drum band in. This year we're talking about trucking in like tons of sand and putting like a sand bar. I don't know. We got just that's what I mean. Though.
So your marketing, your marketing team must just be full of creative ideas.
So what we do every season, we try to do it twice if we can, but this year we've only done it once. Is we actually set up it was a Thursday night. We actually went to Empty Bellies, which was our host restaurant, in their back room, and we sat there for probably a good 4 hours. And what we do is we put up a whiteboard, we go through all of our nights, and we just come up with ideas all night. A few beers are had. We come up with ideas all night, and the ones that are great we use, the ones that need some work we work on, and the ones that are absolute duds we put up on the side. But we'll always try something once, and if it works, it's great. If it doesn't, then we'll move on. But yeah, it's a lot of fun coming up with those nights, and I tell my staff, the crazier the better. In your mind, you go, no way, we can't do that. Yes, we can. We can give it a shot. I tell them get as far to the line without like going to prison. You know what I mean? So, because we want,
I want to work for you.
Yeah, honestly, we don't really have, even internally in our staff, like we don't have a lot of rules. I always say we're all adults. Like we just let's have fun with it. Let's get the job done. Everybody has the same goal. Let's sell out Welland, we call it the Pond, but let's sell out Welland Stadium every game. We're going to be close to that this year. Yeah. We've sold over 1,000 season tickets this year, which is record breaking for us. Our home opener only has like 400 tickets left. It's a crazy place, and it's the most fun I've ever had in my entire life.
So yeah, you sold out already season tickets.
Yeah.
So how many? So what is that like? So now you just have a few games left, or how does that work?
No, so we sold. So we only do a percentage of our capacity for season tickets because we want to be able to people walk up, and we have flex tickets and stuff like that. So we did almost probably about 40% of the facility season tickets. The rest of it is open for single game, and then flex tickets. We sell a lot of flex tickets too, so we got to make sure that games are available for them. So yeah, I mean, that was our goal to do that, and we hit that. Now we're going to start a waiting list, which is wild. And you know, the more and more we push this thing, every year it's just exploding even more and more to what we never fathomed we get to where we are now. To the point where we're selling out every game, and then we got to go and, you know, add more seats. So
that's an amazing problem to have.
It's unbelievable. Like our little team in Welland, and everybody's like, oh, Welland, this is like, why not Welland? Welland, nothing's wrong with Welland. And that's why we named
Home with OV.
Home with OV. We're doing, you know what, one of those promo nights, we're doing all Welland good night, so a nod to Welland, and that game alone, we're doing $4 OVs all night. So, but no, it's like Welland's exploding right now. That's, you know, main reason why we call the team Welland, not Niagara. One is we wanted people to actually know where we were, because let's be honest, if you say Niagara, it's no one's thinking about Welland.
No.
And we wanted Welland to have their own team. They deserved it. There's been, you know, numerous years in that ballpark, teams have come and gone, and not fair to them. They built that ballpark for a single A team, and 6 years later the team got up and left. And,
but like, your team is doing well.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's the thing. Like, although this is like an entertainment and like a night out, your team is actually doing really well.
Our team is unbelievable. We won the championship 2023. We're contenders this year again. We should be anyway. Our roster is really good. And like I said before, kudos to our baseball ops guys. It was actually, we won the championship in 2023. I went in the field to like, get the trophy, and I was like, it ain't my trophy. I didn't win it.
Yeah.
And so I brought our team captain over. I was like, Gio Morello, I was like, come grab this trophy because it's yours. Yeah. They did the work. We just, you know, put out the apparatus.
What do the players think about all this?
The guys that have been here for a while, they know what to expect. But every year we amp it up a little bit, and a lot of them are like, oh, I don't want to, I'm not doing that. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, you will. You are. We don't pressure guys to do anything. Actually, what we're going to do this year is really bring them into the fold on the creative juices, and just say, what do you guys want to do? What kind of things, like, we have guys come up to us all the time. Can I get mic'd up this game? Can I do this? Can I do that? And we're like, yeah, 100% now. So the new guys that come in, they have no idea until they arrive. And so what we're going to do this year, and I don't know if any of these guys are going to watch this, but we're going to do this year is when they all come to the ballpark, because we're redoing our dressing room right now. We want to like unveil it to all of them when they first come in. What we're going to do is when they all show up, we're all going to wear like goofy outfits and all this stuff as like kind of like a welcome to Welland kind of thing. This is who we are, get used to it. And we feel if we do that and open them up, they'll be more inclined to start doing some things. Yeah. That's the thing. People got to remember, throughout their whole careers, no one's ever asked them to do anything funny or like, and I'm sure if anybody's watching this, you've seen the Savannah Bananas and they do their dancing on the field and that kind of stuff. Our players will never do that during a game or anything like that, but we want them to get involved with the crowd. We do a promo called Sweetheart of the Game, where we go and hand out a bouquet of flowers to a lady. So we want to actually get our players involved and come out and do those things. And this year we want to take it up a notch and actually have the lady come down on top of the dugout and like go on like a date with the player. On top of the dugout. So we're trying all kinds of things, but we need our players to want to get involved. Not like, hey, you got to do this.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
but I'm sure they're like that. They have all these fans that are.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't think the guys don't realize, especially the new guys, if the fans love them, they're buying their jersey.
Yeah.
Like the amount of jersey, like player jersey requests we get during a year is insanity. And it's wild because they're just like, we're professional baseball, but we're not a high level. It's crazy that these people, they latch onto these players and they're family almost. It's insane.
I hear you have a podcast.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, it's good.
What's it called?
It's called Hooked on Fun.
Hooked on Fun. Man, you're all about the fun. I love it.
Yeah, that's our whole thing. Yeah.
So what do you talk about on the podcast?
A little bit of everything. Obviously a little bit of the team, but just everyday things. We talk about. One episode we talked about hiring interns, how that operates, and some funny tidbits about that. We went through our promo schedule. One thing last episode, which I haven't aired yet, was we recorded it last Wednesday, so I gotta put it out there. But we just talked about our trips to Florida and what happened. And right now, I had a guest, one of our staff members as a guest host because the one guy was in Florida, so they're beefing right now. There's kind of like a podcast beef where they literally just like make fun of each other for a good 20 minutes of the podcast. So it's interesting to watch. We give updates on what's going on with the team, like any new stuff at the stadium and whatnot. But just something like this that keep people
in the loop.
What's going on?
You talked about a calendar. So if like myself or anyone else that wants to come to the game, they can go online and look up a calendar.
Yeah, you just go to wellandjackfish.com. So under our schedule, there's a printable calendar there. But if in 2 weeks' time, there will be pocket schedules all over Niagara. So we go to every business and put up these pocket schedule holders. So we print about 20,000 of those and they go out.
Wow.
Yeah. Every Avondale will have one. So.
And like, what is it like for volunteer? Do you rely a lot on volunteers or?
No, not really. We're very paid staff heavy, so concessions and media and all that kind of stuff. We do have a lot of contingency of interns, but we do give them an honorarium at the end of the year. We don't want them to work for completely free all year. It doesn't feel right. But this year we did actually look for a number of volunteers to do some of our like ticket scanning at the door and stuff like that, and ushers. We found there's a lot of people that want to get involved and just be involved with the team.
Yeah.
But we also give them they come, any volunteer, they get a hat, they get a t-shirt, they get a hot dog and drink. And then after a shift's done, if they want to bring a friend, we give them a free ticket. They can come sit with their friend and watch the rest of the game. Yeah.
My kids are looking for a volunteer.
Oh, bring them over. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything you want to add about the team this season?
Yeah, just if you haven't been, just come check it out. It's $16 to give it a try, and I guarantee you will be hooked. Pun intended.
Good for every age.
At 0 to 100. We get asked from, when we do corporate sponsors, like, what's your demographic? We don't have one. Oh. And it's on purpose because we have a little bit of everything. I mean, 2 years ago, we did what was it? Senior Citizen Appreciation Night.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But we did like bingo during the game.
Oh, no, you did.
Yeah.
That is the best.
Yeah. We had senior citizen inning where only senior citizens can go to the concession stand. We talked about doing nap time on the berm, but we thought maybe that wasn't like a great idea. So we pulled that one back. But yeah.
Those are great. Like, that's the thing. I mean, I can see why everyone is saying you got to go because like, yeah, it's family, but you're really thinking of the fan experience.
Oh yeah,
like that's all it is. And like you said, I mean, for the moment we talked on the phone, you said like this is not a baseball game. Like it is, it's happening in the background.
Yeah.
But like there's so much going on. It's like the Greatest Showman. Like everything is happening.
That's honestly, and if you come, you see me, and I have a different getup for every game, and that's exactly what I am. Like I'm in the crowd doing the mic, I'm the in-game host. Rod Mahood and I go back and forth with each other. It's comical, and we have on-field promos that people get dizzy and run into each other, and with those like Mayhem is key is the best thing.
Yeah.
For those kind of things. So we just try like so many just crazy things.
It's like one big like frat party or one big like.
Well, what do I say?
Not frat, but like.
Yeah, it's like a rock concert, circus, like festival all in one. And there's a little bit of things for every single person. You like baseball? Great baseball team.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Making plays you'd see in MLB, no problem. You don't like baseball?
Yeah.
Great. We got $4 beers. We got a guy shooting Roman candles off a baseball bat pregame. So, I mean, like, we got that.
Yeah.
You a kid? We got a pitching tunnel you can throw into. We got the grass berm you run around. There's foul balls flying everywhere. We had a kid. This is actually the funny, before we finish this, is we had a kid last week bring back 168 of our baseballs.
No.
Yeah.
From just catching them over there.
Over the last 5 years.
So,
yeah.
That's awesome.
Tried to haggle me for money. It was great.
That's a good entrepreneur right there.
Yeah, I loved it. Unfortunately, I had to let him down. I was like, I'm not paying for these.
So, oh my God.
So
that's awesome.
I traded him some merchandise. But
I love how approachable you are. I think that really says a lot about like what you're trying to build there, you and your team. for those that want tickets to the Welland Jackfish, I will post the website below. Their season opens May 17th. Make sure you put that on your calendar because we're going to be going as a family, and I'm super excited to see the experience. Thank you so much for joining me today,
Anytime.
Ryan. It's been a pleasure. As always, make it count.